Democratic governors are going on the offense against Donald Trump as Trump's disastrous policies continue to cause major damage in the United States. The various Democratic governors are letting the people in their states know that they're going to protect the people of their states from Donald Trump's harm. For example, here is the Democratic governor of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker, talking about how Donald Trump is just engaged in a massive distraction operation from the fact that prices are not lower, housing is not more affordable, there's no peace in Ukraine in 24 hours, and Donald Trump is causing so much harm. Governor Pritzker, let's play it.
It's a massive effort to distract from what they are doing across the country, to take away things that working class, middle class people, families, the most vulnerable really need. Maybe they, as they come and try to attack the state of Illinois, and that's what they're doing, the lawsuits are against laws on the books in Illinois. I mean, unlike Donald Trump, we follow the law in Illinois. Now, maybe they put up with this kind of garbage in Florida, which is the home state of the head of the DOJ. But in Illinois, we have grit. We are tough. We are strong. And Donald Trump has no idea what he's up against when he attacks Illinois. So we're here. We're going to stay here. We're going to keep fighting for lowering costs on people, on building up jobs, on, holding back the tariffs, whatever we can do to make this a great state. We're going to continue to.
Next up, Governor Walz from the great state of Minnesota. He's still out there fighting, and he's drawing a contrast between what he's doing for the people in his state versus the disastrous policies of MAGA. He says, in Minnesota, we're focused on feeding our kids and investing in our schools, not taking away people's rights. Let's play this clip.
All right, do this.
Yeah.
And then what?
Take it out.
Take it out. Okay, here we go. Here we go. What is it? You go with Play-Doh? Hi.
You can't help but be optimistic to go into a classroom like that and see where our future is. And I think Minnesotans have always understood that's where our common interest lies, in making sure that our little ones are safe, they have housing, they have food, they have a good education. And that is why Minnesota continues to excel on so many fronts. We're not focused on fighting trade wars with our neighbors. We're not focusing on chaos. We're focusing on lifting people up and doing the right thing. And it's not all that difficult. And you're seeing it in that classroom. You're seeing it in McDonough, and you're seeing it in over 450,000 children, that was money for books. That was money for a new pair of boots. That was money for food. That was money to make sure the folks could keep the heat on in the house for the child. Those things are really, really important.
I got to show you this one other clip from Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker of Illinois. This is like the ultimate troll of Donald Trump. Here, Governor Pritzker declares Lake Michigan is now Lake Illinois and says Illinois has annexed Green Bay. Watch this.
I'm here today to make an important announcement. The world's finest geographers, experts who study the Earth's natural environment, have concluded a decades-long council and determined that a great lake deserves to be named after a great state. So today, I'm issuing a proclamation declaring that hereinafter, Lake Michigan shall be known as Lake Illinois. The proclamation has been forwarded to Google to ensure the world's maps reflect this momentous change. In addition, the recent announcement that to protect the homeland, the United States will be purchasing Greenland. Illinois will now be annexing Green Bay to protect itself against enemies, foreign and domestic. I've also instructed my team to work diligently to prepare for an important announcement next week regarding the Mississippi River. God bless America, and bear down.
Next up, we have the governor of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Here we have Governor Shapiro saying, look, people of Pennsylvania, I've got your back. As Donald Trump's causing all of this chaos, I've got your back. Watch Governor Shapiro. Let's play it.
I understand that right now, with all the chaos Donald Trump has brought to bear over these first 17 days of his administration, the way he's attacked certain people in our community because of what they look like or where they come from, who they love, who they pray to, who they are. I understand how that can make people feel uneasy and worried. And I understand how that can make some people retreat and not engage. I think the answer right now is to engage directly, is to show up, is to make your voice heard, is to let your congressman and your senator know just how important these issues are to you as a Pennsylvanian, and encourage them to do their jobs and actually be a check on the president. I think it is very, very important that Pennsylvanians stand up and speak up. I think it needs to be done in a constructive and peaceful and safe manner. And that is what I would encourage Pennsylvanians to do. Stand up, speak up, and allow your voices to be heard.
And one of the things that I like that these Democratic governors are doing is they're bringing visuals into it. They're going out there in that ABC mode that I was telling you about. Always be campaigning. And here, for example, we've got Governor J.B. Pritzker meeting with companies in his state that are being impacted hard by Donald Trump's various trade wars and the threats of trade wars. As Governor Pritzker says, Donald Trump's tax on working families is hitting businesses in Illinois. And I've heard from so many who are concerned about having to pay the price. Companies like Darwin Furniture have already had to put holds on deals with suppliers due to the uncertainty in the market that's being caused by Donald Trump's arbitrary, capricious, and reckless manner. Play this clip.
So I see Canada all of it. Is everything from your back?
Yeah, not everything, but a lot of it. Yeah, it's totally customizable, and nowhere in North America is there a site that's something like Canada.
Is that right?
No, not even in Canada. It's not even in
This stuff is
It's all from Quebec. And see, the thing is, they have a natural advantage with birch, that isn't really shared with our domestic. They are near the birch supply, the race and all that. And they come here, and we were just in Canada. We just went and visited their factory, and not too long. We brought, I think, 6 or 8 salespeople, and spent some time here. So they have been great partners for us, and they make a very unique and durable for us.
So, but again, like you've got, I don't know what this is, maybe a 10th or 20% of your space. Sure. Yeah, it's something that's going to be ill affected by they put a tariff.
I think it would. That's exactly right. You'd have a situation where prices had to rise dramatically in a fairly significant part of the show.
Your nighttime bedroom temperature has a huge impact on your sleep quality. If you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Miracle Made sheets are inspired by NASA and use silver-infused fabrics that are temperature regulating so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. I get so many emails from the Meidas Mighty saying how great Miracle Made sheets are and how it's changed their lives for the better. Here's why. It uses silver-infused fabrics inspired by NASA. So therefore, Miracle Made sheets are thermoregulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long, no matter the weather, so you get better sleep every night. Now, these sheets are also infused with silver, as I said, and that prevents up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. So no more gross odors. Also, Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without that high price tag of other luxury brands. And it feels as nice to me, if not nicer, than the sheets used by some 5-star hotels. So upgrade your sleep this year. Go to trymiracle.com/Meidas. That's TRYMIRACLE.com/MEIDAS to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code Meidas at checkout, you'll get a free 3-piece towel set and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. So upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Meidas and use the code Meidas to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/Meidas to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode. Let's go to the great state of Washington, where their fearless governor, Bob Ferguson, and governors before him in the great state of Washington have been leading the fight against Donald Trump's tyrannical policies and the Trump regime. Here, Governor Bob Ferguson talks about how Washington was the first state to stand up to Trump in the first administration, defeating his Muslim ban back then. And now they are the first to block his illegal executive order on birthright citizenship. How the state of Washington, their great attorney general, their team of lawyers there, led at the top by Governor Bob Ferguson, will protect the people of that state and will fight for the rights of all Americans. Play the clip.
I was proud that, when Donald Trump was first elected, the first state to stand up to him and defeat him in court was Washington State on the first November ballot. We have a state of leaders at the local and state level who are very, very committed to defending your rights, upholding the values of all Washingtonians. We've been first in the past. We're first again. We'll stand up for your rights. We'll protect your freedoms. That's central to who we are, and we'll continue doing that.
Let's go to Kentucky, where there you have Governor Andy Beshear, who breaks down the danger of Donald Trump's tariffs and how they could result in job losses and increased prices for the people of Kentucky. Here, play this clip.
Hey, everybody. It's Andy. It is Tuesday at 9 a.m. We have a booming economy in Kentucky. We've broken every record for private sector investment, for new jobs, and for new wages, but I know that right now things cost too much for our families. That you go to the grocery store and you see prices going up. That you fill your car with gas and you worry about the other bills at the end of the month. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have threatened tariffs that would raise prices on virtually everything, making it that much harder. But I've also promised to you that I would fight for Kentuckians, that I would put party aside and I would do what's best for our families. So today, I'm going to sign a reduction to our state income tax to make sure that we put more money in your pocket while things cost too much. This has been supported by Republicans. It's been supported by Democrats. In the end, I support it because it's going to help you. I will always do what's best for our families. That's my job.
Now, Abigail Spanberger, Congresswoman Spanberger, she's running for governor in Virginia, which would be great to see her as the governor. I've interviewed her before. She's got a great background, previously working in the intelligence community. She's been a great congresswoman there in Virginia. She says the federal workers Trump wants to fire are Virginians. They're moms and dads. They're law enforcement officials who keep us all safe. They're our neighbors. They deserve a governor who will look out for them and our economy, not one who will cheer on Trump's chaos. Here, let's play this clip.
Let me tell you who some of these people are because they are Virginians, so many of them. They are the nurse at the VA who takes care of our nation's heroes. They are the Social Security employer who ensures that our grandparents get their Social Security checks. They are the law enforcement officers who keep our country safe from terrorist threats the world over. They are the intelligence community members who spend every single day working to keep their neighbors safe. They are the air traffic controllers who work day in and day out to avoid tragedy. They are moms and dads and community members, and they are Virginians. And this is, yes, about them. And for them, it's a kitchen table issue, but the impact, the idea that we would have a president and a governor who's standing by, as said president says, we're going to push them out of the workforce. And this is a kitchen table issue in Virginia, but the impact is substantial across the entirety of the country.
Next up, I want to show you Governor Wes Moore, who talks about how courage will lead us through Trump's chaos. Let's play it.
What we're seeing right now is just a level of chaos that is just staggering. That we're seeing a whole flurry of executive orders, some of which are performative, some of which have no thought behind them. And some of them are just unlawful and unconstitutional. And so you have a lot of people who are scared. All throughout our state, from Western Maryland to the Eastern Shore, about what they're doing. The thing that we've assured the people of our state is that we are going to meet this moment of crisis with courage. We are going to be unafraid to step up and defend the people of our state against any type of threat that comes to their livelihood or their way of life.
Now, finally, I want to share with you Governor Gavin Newsom. Now, we've showed you lots of clips before when Gavin Newsom confronted Donald Trump directly when Trump landed on the tarmac in LA. even though Trump was not too cowardly to be returning Governor Newsom's calls. And here Gavin Newsom explains, at the end of the day, we're Americans. When disaster strikes, we set aside our differences and work together to help communities get the aid they need. Here, play this clip.
Remember Father Cause telling me, we're many parts, but one body. When one part suffers, we all suffer. This notion that we're all in this together. We're in there, take care of the folks in Louisiana, in the Speaker's District. We're here for the folks in North Carolina, Californians, that is, Georgia. People have been impacted by disasters and emergency. And the American spirit is to lend a hand and provide that support. And I expect that will happen for California.
Well, there you have it, folks. It's great to see these governors, Democratic governors, leading the way. It's also great to see the fight that we're seeing from now Democratic members of Congress and Democratic senators. It seemed that there was a sluggish start, if you will, as Donald Trump and Elon Musk were just ransacking our government, going building to building. But now it does seem like Democrats have got their fight back. It does seem like you have a lot of these civil rights groups who are filing all of these lawsuits. And of course, as I'm describing in this video and showing you, you've got the Democratic governor showing grit, showing tenacity, showing that they are not just ready to fight, but fighting hard right now for their states and frankly for all Americans. So tell me what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 4 million subscribers and have a great one.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.